Thank you all for being here. And what an amazing opening clip. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and our virtual audience. And we have an audience from around the world, so good morning here in America, good afternoon in Europe, good evening in the Middle East, in the Far East. Welcome to the Atlantic Council Global Energy Forum. For those who've joined before, thank you for returning. For those who are here for the first time, welcome. For those who are not familiar with this flagship Atlantic Council convening, for more than a decade, we have sought to bring together leaders around the energy geopolitics, security, and technology transformations which are shaping our world. From Bucharest to Istanbul to Abu Dhabi, most recently Dubai, it is with excitement that we find ourselves this year in Washington, D.C. As I said in the Atlantic Council's Global Energy Agenda report earlier this year, following a year when nearly half of the democratic world went to the polls, we saw a dramatic change in how constituents expect policymakers to manage energy affordability, economic competitiveness, and national security. There's a paradigm shift taking place across the globe, wherein new leaders from Washington to Berlin to Seoul to Abu Dhabi are shaping their national approach to the energy system with newfound enthusiasm for what it means to compete and to lead in the economy of the future. Energy affordability, industrial policy, innovation, supply chain management. These just sounded like words a few years ago, but now they're imperatives. They're increasingly the tools of choice to enable economic prosperity and national security. Our decision to bring the forum to Washington this year was reflective of how much this shift is reverberating in Washington, D.C. in the United States, and how the return of President Trump to the Oval Office has become a catalyst for change across the energy system as he implements a new strategy for energy, trade, and national security policy. What we are experiencing and what defines this moment in energy policy making around the world is the foundational role that energy and natural resources play in our economy. Whether that is energy's crucial contributions to industrial productivity and prosperity, the ambitions around the world to de-risk supply chains, to the surge of energy demand as a result of artificial intelligence, accessible, affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy flows are critical. AI in particular reflects the challenge of this moment in the energy system. Energy demand from data centers is reshaping the curve of how much energy we need to build the next generation economy. From molecules to electrons to photons, the resources and infrastructure needed to meet the AI moment is our defining challenge this year and in the years to come. At a gathering we had yesterday called ENACT, where we were partnering with ADNOC and XRG, Dr. Sultan, who I will introduce in a moment, said, "The AI energy nexus is not tomorrow's issue, it is today's imperative," and that's the urgency with which we all greet today. If we come together as leaders, however, AI can be the catalyst for a prosperous, secure, and sustainable energy system we've strived to build for so long. Yet even as we navigate new paradigms shaping our energy system, the issues which have defined the past 8 global energy forums still hold true. And this is the 9th. The geopolitics of an ever-transforming energy system, from the urgency of energy independence and diversification to the race to secure critical mineral supply chains, still define how we collaborate and how we compete. The opportunity of emerging technologies, from nuclear energy to geothermal to advanced carbon-based materials to artificial intelligence, still offer solutions to transform how energy innovation contributes to our society. The role of finance and markets, from building the pools of capital for new energy infrastructure to addressing the impact of trade, protectionism, and sanctions on investment flows still influence the manifestation of policy vision into energy action. That is why I'm thrilled to announce that this forum is a particularly important one, an opportunity to bring a community of the highest level business leaders, policymakers, and thought leaders to Washington for 2 days, an inflection point in the energy system. As you look around them yourself and see the quality of the people in this audience, a number of people in this audience, you understand how compelling these issues are and how urgent they are. New paradigms carry new uncertainties, but with the backdrop of an evolving energy system, those uncertainties can offer untold opportunities for new ideas, new leadership, and new solutions to craft a more stable, more secure, and a more sustainable future. It's our task over these next 2 days to identify those opportunities, build the partnerships, communities, and the pathways to seize them. And with that, it's time to get to work. I'm excited to kick off the forum introducing a leader who embodies the core vision of this year's forum, His Excellency Dr. Sultan Al-Jaber, a partner of ours throughout all of these energy gatherings. Secretary of Energy Chris Wright regrets that he can't be with us this morning. He's been called to be with the President at a moment of great stress in the Middle East, as you all know. We'll be adding a panel at 10 o'clock to focus on the issues now swirling around Iran. And I think Secretary Wright's absence is a disappointment, of course. He did speak with Dr. Sultan yesterday at ENACT, but his absence also underscores the importance of this moment and what's at stake. Dr. Sultan, you are one of the most significant thinkers and actors in the global energy space, and I would say now the global AI space as well. You're also a deal maker. Yesterday, it was announced that Australia's second largest gas producer, Santos, is intended to support an all-cash $18.7 billion takeover bid from an international consortium led by Abu Dhabi's national oil company and Dr. Sultan, which wants to grow a global gas business. And as I understand, though this company is Australian, this is also an Alaskan play as well. So congratulations. It looks like that's coming close to fruition. Your personal investment in building an AI-empowered energy system is reflective of your long-standing commitment to push forward the horizon line for the energy system, to be in front of others. And I'm glad that you've made the trip to DC to help catalyze action for a secure and sustainable path forward to meet this challenge. Dr. Sultan, the podium is yours.